I am very excited to invite in our class of 2024 graduates. Can you please come in? Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maria Keelan, and I'm the director of the School of Physician Assistant Studies. And on behalf of our program, I'd like to welcome you here today as we celebrate the class of 2024's White Coat Ceremony. So before we start, I thought it would be appropriate to take a few minutes and talk about the significance of the White Coat Ceremony. Unlike many graduations you've been to, today we're going to be handing out long white coats. So I think in order to really truly understand what our white coat symbolizes, we have to go back to the beginning and talk about the short white coat, which our graduates know all about. At the start of PA training, every student picks out their very own short white medical coat. And except for being in the classroom, students are instructed that they have to wear this short white coat every time they're in training. You've probably seen this coat in the laundry basket because it's hot and it's white and it never really stays clean for very long. You may have seen it across the back seat of a car, or you may have even seen it on the graduate themselves. And for lack of a better way to describe it, it's kind of like a backpack with sleeves because it's got everything you need stuffed into and on this coat. On the lapels, there's at least one name tag and one ID badge to swipe yourself in. The pockets are stuffed with the accumulation of the day, things like a stethoscope or a reflex hammer, that never-ending to-do list that the chief resident came up with for you after morning rounds, and probably an iPhone too. And hopefully a rogue granola bar or some fruit snacks or a cheese stick made it into one of those pockets, because as every good PA student knows, you should never leave home without your rations, because you never know when you might get to eat again. It's never a good thing to be the PA student in the OR when your blood sugar drops, because that usually means you're not far behind. And there's one more thing that's really important about this short white coat. And it is, for anyone that works in the clinical environment, it's the universal sign for student. And everybody knows this. Everybody knows that the short white coat means students. The medical staff, the physicians, the PAs, the nurses, the techs, the ward clerks, the office staff, the cafeteria staff, even the patients know a short white coat means student. And even though our graduates dutifully put their name tags and their ID badges on their lapels as instructed, they're still going to respectfully be referred to as the student. It's not unusual to hear somebody say, "Is the student here today? They should go into room 405 and look at that really cool rash." Or, "Does the student want to help me sew up a laceration?" Or if the student's really lucky, they'll hear, Can you send the student up to labor and delivery? That family in room 5 is about to have their baby. That's always a favorite. So, as you can see, this coat our graduates have been wearing for the past 2 years is a vital part of their training. And after 2 long years, graduates, it's time to part ways with your trusty companion and trade up to one of those long coats. And today we gather to mark that transition. And so for our faculty and staff, this white coat ceremony is our way of acknowledging all the hard work the graduates have put in over the past 2 years. And it's our way of saying, you did it, and you're ready to take that next step in your journey. And it also means that we're saying, welcome to the club. We look forward to standing side by side with you as colleagues. For family and friends, partners and guests, this ceremony allows us to take a moment to acknowledge all of you for all of your hard work and support that you've provided over the years. You did an amazing job. All your support and guidance and nurturing has helped these students be the success that they are today. For the graduates, this ceremony probably means the end of sleepless nights spent studying. It means not missing any more family functions, not having to say, I don't have enough money, because you never have enough money when you're a PA student. And your children, spouses, partners, friends, pets, they'll recognize you again because you won't be gone all the time. So, as our graduates put on their long white coats for the first time today, it means that you've earned that spot on that special team of people who dedicate their lives to taking care of others. It means that you've gained the knowledge and the compassion and the skills to be an amazing healthcare provider. And it means that you'll truly make a difference in your patients' lives. So thank you all for coming, because that's what makes our white coat ceremony so special. Thank you. So at this time, I'd like to take a moment and introduce to you our PA faculty, staff, instructors, and our community partners at Trinity Health. So if you'd please stand up for a round of applause. Thank you. That's where all the magic happens, right here, right in the front. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize Dr. Chris Herman. He was our previous school director for 10 years before I took over when we became our own school. So Chris, if you could stand up, and thank you so much. He was with us from the beginning. And finally, I'd like to introduce Dr. Jennifer Kelman-Fritz, who's the Dean of the College of Health and Human Services. If you could stand up. Thank you. And Dr. Andrea Gossett-Zakrazak, who's the Associate Dean of the College of Health and Human Services. Thank you. So I'm going to invite Dr. David Vandenberg, who is our medical director, to come up here and please say a few words.
Maria asked me if I could do the acid-base lecture over, because there's she's freaking out a little bit about the PANTS results. You guys got to, you have to make us proud. No, it's actually been a long time since I've seen some of you. Some of you got to run into at I call it St. Joe. My employer would admonish me. It's Trinity Ann Arbor now, but that's how I think of it. And I really I'm the chief medical officer there, and I do double duty as the medical director of this program, which I helped found 12 years ago now, and so we're really excited about getting another group of you graduates out into the workforce and taking care of patients. I said, I've seen some of you, many of you haven't seen in a year. I see a lot of things have changed. And I'm like, you're so different. You have two heads now. What's going on? It just goes to show you how fast time goes. I just wanted to talk a little bit today about the joy in medicine. It's something that's really on our minds in medicine, certainly at the hospital, certainly in the physician and all provider areas. We worry about, we hear this a lot, we worry about burnout. Parents, we're not talking about the burnout that were in your high school class. I was one of those. I actually was like, there's like nerds, there's jocks, and there's burnouts. I was definitely not a jock. I was probably a nerd. I was like a nerd and a burnout. I looked like a burnout, but I was really a nerd. I think I was a nerd out. So, but burnout among providers is a real thing. It's and we battle it. And there's a lot of theory about how to prevent it and how to treat it. But really nobody understands it very well. But I'm not burnout. Used to be, but not burnout. I've been practicing medicine for 38 years, and I love it. And I think it's because I have found a few things that helped me get through it, because it wasn't always easy, it wasn't always fun, didn't always enjoy every patient experience, believe it or not. But I found that gratitude goes a long way. And you guys, you're going to hear a lot today about how hard you worked and how proud we are, and how proud your families are of the hard work that you've done to accomplish what you've done and to get where you are. But don't forget to be grateful, because there are thousands of people who would love to be sitting in these 3 rows that you got the opportunity to get to. It's not that it wasn't earned, but it's still something you should be very grateful for. That helps. A related word to gratitude is gratification, and I think this is where the true secret of finding the joy in medicine is. It's finding gratification from what you do. All your jobs aren't going to be the best jobs you ever had. You might have more than one, but know that every patient you see, you make a difference in their life. So you're going to have patients that you love, and they love you, and they tell you that you've made a huge difference in their lives, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to feel pretty good about that. Everybody likes an attaboy or an attagirl, but you're going to have patients that you didn't like so much, and maybe they don't even seem to like you very much. And certainly they don't give you the accolades that perhaps you have coming for doing what you have done for them. Just know that you made a huge difference in their lives too, and that's something that no one else is going to give you an attaboy about. No one else is going to tell you that you did a great job. But when you're driving home at the end of the day, keep score. And give yourself that attaboy, because it's the thing that will get you through. You'll find, and then lastly, finding joy, and it's really related to that. It's whatever work you're doing, find a way to love it. Find a way to really like it. We talk about work-life balance to avoid burnout. You got to have work-life balance. Mine's my family and golf, and as my kids moved away, I started to learn how to cook, and make cocktails. So that's my thing. So you got to find that balance. But moreover, you got to enjoy going to work. When you're driving in, I drive 35 minutes to St. Joe's every day, and I can't remember the last time I felt like a feeling of dread going to work. Middle of COVID, major disasters happening. It was a challenge. It was exciting. And it was fun. I have to give a lecture on EKGs to you guys that I haven't, read up on for a year and a half, and I got a half hour before to remember my leads. Okay, sometimes I had to erase a couple of little erasures, but it's fun. It's fun to do it, and I think if you can get that attitude, you can have a long and successful career. So with all that, what I really want to say is, way to go! We're really proud of you guys. From the first sim, two summers ago, to now, the change that you guys have had, really amazing change. I gave you a lot of advice. We gave you a little, advice on your how you talk to patients, how you interview, do all that stuff. You guys took it to heart, and we could see the growth, and we know that you're all going to be fantastic practitioners. With that, I'd like to introduce Dean Fritz for some remarks.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jenny Fritz. I am the Dean of the College of Health and Human Services, and this is my first time at a white coat ceremony. And I'm really excited, and I have to admit, I don't like this thing, that I didn't even know what this was, really, and so I had a lot of learning to do, and it makes me even more excited. I'm already going off script, because now that I'm here, I'm like, I worked with Maria to kind of learn more about this. Of course, I know what PAs are, and I've been in the College of Health and Human Services the whole time that you all are here, but I feel it's like even more special that I'm here with you guys, because you're my first class that I get to actually speak in front of, and it's so exciting. And I had to learn about what the transition was, and I think it is the coolest thing ever. I know PAs, I go to PAs, I know, I have my kids' friends are PAs, but like to sit here and to be able to watch you do this is like, I don't know, I think it's amazing. So anyway, good afternoon to all of you, to our students, our families, faculty, and especially our exceptional future PAs. So it's a huge moment for you. And I guess I didn't even realize, I thought, graduation, but this whole white coat thing is even more special. And I love that, like I said, I get to be part of your professional academic journey. I'm a social worker, so we don't have anything like this. So to know that this is actually this significant, thing for you is really amazing. And I love that. So it represents, I've learned, this trust and responsibility that you share as you embark on this amazing career that you've dedicated your lives for, and to help others. And I know that being in this program, it's hard to get into, and it's a testament to your prior academic achievements, and I've learned so much. I'm a new dean, actually the last 2 years, so it's still pretty new for me, and so I've learned so much about PA, and I know how hard it is to do what you do, and your faculty are amazing. I love the experience that I've had with them over the last couple of years, and learning and knowing what you're going through. So I know how hard it was and how hard you have worked to get to where you are today, and it's demanding, it's intellectually stimulating, and you're filled with empathy for those that you treat, and you're making such a difference in the lives of others. And I know that everybody who's here and has stood by your side for these last 2 years knows that as well, but I think it's really important to just recognize that and to remember. And as you step into this wonderful new role, you're at the forefront of this healthcare delivery, and you'll be instrumental for years to come. And as we know, healthcare is, taking on such a new meaning lately, and the world is kind of like yours right now. There's a demand for so much, and it's just incredible that you're going to be here to address many challenges in the community and beyond, and I hope that you can embrace these. And as Dr. Vanderberg mentioned, he brought up something. I commute to work as well, and there's longer than even he does, and there's not really ever been a day where I don't like coming to work in the 25 years I've been at Eastern, and I hope that each of you can kind of find what he was mentioning as far as like that life-work balance, but also finding a place where you like to get up in the morning and go to your job, and to find that, and hopefully you'll all, not every job is perfect, but you have committed yourself to something that's so important, and I hope that you can each find that path and know that you truly are making such a difference in the lives of others, and that you've spent so much time working towards that I hope you can find it. And that really resonates with me as you said that, about how that is, and I know that not every job is going to be like that, and that some days you won't really feel like that, but hopefully you'll have more days like that than you won't. And so I know that this white coat is a symbol of the values that you have already embraced, and it shows your excellence, your integrity, your grit for sure, and your compassion, and I'm proud of each of you, and I feel very fortunate to stand here with you today, and I can't wait to see what happens next. So congratulations to you, and the field is really lucky to have you, so thank you.
Okay, I'd now like to invite up to the podium our class speaker, Ali El-Gabri.
Test the mic. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Or in English, peace be upon you all. My name is Ali El-Gabri, Vice President of the Physician Assistant Student Organization. One of the things that makes our cohort special is the wide array of cultures and backgrounds within our class, and how we've embraced and utilized this diversity. Whether it's me interpreting Arabic or explaining Islamic concepts, to Aaron translating intricate medical concepts into horse trivia, or even Madison tackling the complex task of EKG translations. It was fun witnessing everyone blend their backgrounds. I want to take a moment to extend a warm welcome and heartfelt thanks to everyone here today, our esteemed faculty, proud parents, and my fellow graduates. All of our efforts together have got us to this point. We finally made it through these past 2 years, filled with so many challenges and changes. I mean, some of us got engaged, some got married, some grew a beard, shout out Amen, and some even welcomed bundles of joy into the world. More importantly, however, and some would say even more impressively, there are those among us who mastered the art of snoozing but never losing, winning the coveted Paper Plate Award for their dedication to sleep. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I'm truly honored to stand before you today, and I want to express my deepest gratitude to each of you who has walked this challenging journey alongside me. Together, we have been a remarkable support system for one another, always offering encouragement, guidance, and wisdom, while never forgetting to have a good time along the way. I can't imagine these past 2 years without the incredible camaraderie and support we've shared. As we move forward, I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. The road ahead is filled with promise, and I have no doubt that we're all destined to bring light and goodness into the world. Throughout this journey, I've reflected on a Quranic verse that has inspired and motivated me, and I'd like to take the time to share it with you all. For those who aren't aware, the Quran is the Islamic book, the holy book of Islam, and so I'm going to recite it in the Arabic and then translate it to English. This is a verse that I think will impact and resonate with all of us. Excuse me for my voice. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم من أجل ذلك كتبنا على بني إسرائيل أنه من قتل نفسا بغير نفس أو فساد في الأرض فكأنما قتلنا الناس جميعا ومن أحياها فكأنما أحيا الناس جميعا صدق الله العظيم. To translate roughly, this verse states that whoever takes a life, it will be as if they killed all of humanity. And whoever saves a life, it will be as if they saved all of humanity. This verse is a cherished reminder of the purpose and positive impact of our careers as physician assistants. Whenever you face challenges or moments of burnout, experiences all too common in our field, remember that you are making a significant difference. Your work is not only meaningful, but also transformative, changing lives for the better every single day. As I stand here today, I cannot finish a speech without recognizing the incredible people and organizations beyond PA School that have profoundly shaped my journey and growth. First and foremost, I must give a heartfelt shout out to my parents and family, all the way in the back, whose unwavering support and belief in me have been a constant source of strength. Their encouragement has fueled my determination and drive for success. I also want to extend my deepest gratitude to organizations like MyCD, Miftah Institute, Al Maghrib Institute, and Ummah. Your contributions have been instrumental in my personal and professional growth, particularly over the past 2 years. Lastly, I want to acknowledge our brothers and sisters in Gaza, Palestine. Witnessing their enduring resilience and unwavering faith in the face of immense adversity in the form of history's most documented genocide has been a profound lesson for me. Their strength serves as a powerful reminder that regardless of the challenges we encounter, faith in God will always guide us through. Again, I wish you all the best, and I wish you a career filled with life-impacting encounters with patients, God willing. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali. Next, I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker and the presenter of the EMU PA Scholarship, and equally as important, one of our alumni from our very first PA class here at EMU, Ms. Tamara Austin. Can you please come up?
Good afternoon, everybody. Very first class. Ugh, sounds like a long time ago. It was 2016. I distinctly remember sitting in those chairs, thinking about how I wanted my white coat, I wanted a job, and I wanted to pass my boards, and that's all I could think about. But I know it's a really exciting time. I do remember it well, and thank you for inviting me to come and speak today. I also am, just on a side note, one of the EMU presidents of the Alumni Association, so you will probably be getting emails from me. And feel free to reach out anytime you have questions or any concerns. I'm happy to help you as a graduate and give you any advice that you may want or need. So my address today, I wanted to focus on what sets apart being a good clinician. All of you are going to be great clinicians. I know this because you've got this faculty teaching you. The EMU program is well respected in the medical community. So going out there and getting a job is not going to be difficult. This is a very, very great program. Something I've thought about, though, in the past 8 or 9 years that I've been practicing is just learning to kind of listen to that intuition, the little kind of niggle in the back of your head when you're in a patient room and something just doesn't seem right. Like it's a puzzle piece that maybe just doesn't fit in with the rest of the puzzle, and it kind of bugs you a little bit. So I'm going to tell you a story, and Zaina, this actually happened like the next shift after your last shift with me, and I was like, where is she? So I'll give you maybe your last case study as a student. It's a 29-year-old male. He came to urgent care. That's where I work. He came to urgent care. No significant past medical history. Came because he thought he had Lyme disease. And he said that he disc golfs, so he's in the woods a lot. And he thought, I'd never really saw a tick ever, but there could have been one on me. I'm like, okay. And he said, just the last 10 days, I feel really achy, my joints hurt, I'm tired, just vague kind of complaints. And I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, I've been getting these weird rashes. I have one right now on my back. So I look at his back, and it's probably a 20-centimeter macule lesion on his back. And I was like, this probably could be Lyme disease, right? So I'm like, so a side note, he doesn't have health insurance, which is always something tricky to kind of navigate. So I was like, well, we probably should do some blood work. Let's get you started on your, an antibiotic, And we're just talking about our assessment and treatment plan. And he's like, well, I probably should tell you that sometimes I'm dizzy. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, when I bend over and I like to pick something up and I stand up, I get really lightheaded. I'm like, okay, well, it's a little weird, so I'm looking at his vitals, and vitals are vital, right? You've heard that before. And his blood pressure's a little low, and his heart rate's like 52. And I'm like, oh, so like, is this a normal blood pressure for you? Do you run? And he's like, no. And his girlfriend who was in the room was like, yeah, actually when she put it on his finger, it was like 44. I'm like, okay, normal is like 60 to 90 for non-medical. So I was like, that doesn't sound right. Something's not right. So then, of course, I have to talk him into getting an EKG, which he doesn't want to pay for. But I was like, we really should check this out, right? So his EKG showed 3rd-degree heart block. I know. I was like, what am I looking at? Like, you learn about it in class, but I don't think I'd ever see it in a patient, especially in a 29-year-old, So it's crazy, and there was another provider I was working with. I was like, I don't want to go in there and tell him he's got 3rd-degree heart block. Look over my shoulder, tell me I'm actually reading this right. And anyway, he was. So then, long story short, and I didn't know this, that Lyme disease can cause heart block. So yes, I learned something new, but it was just one of those things in that room that just didn't sit right. And so he's alive. He's went to the hospital, had a temporary pacemaker, treated for Lyme disease. Once the Lyme disease clears his body, he should be fine. The heart block will go away. So anyway, I just wanted to share that story, A, because it's a good story, and but it also kind of, of course, I went home that night and tried to sleep and thought, what if I had missed that? It was just like that kind of scary thing. So always listen to it, even if you just stop for a minute and just ask a couple questions, like pull that thread, ask them like, is this a normal heart rate for you? Maybe it's nothing. Maybe that little niggle ends up not being anything that you have to like really unravel at that moment. But at the same time, it was definitely something I was very glad that I caught, because he could have gone home and it would have been a bad ending. So anyway, that was my story. And I am also presenting an award. So part of the things that we look for with our scholarship, I should explain a little bit. We have a scholarship that we give to students at graduation. It's something we started our first year. We wanted to create something that we felt like we were giving back to our future colleagues. So this is something that you can use for, student loans or a new suit, whatever you want to use it for. It's, it's something that we just want to give to our future alumni with us. So, but we asked the question, what do you feel like was your biggest lesson that you learned in your last 2 years? And we get a lot of different responses, kind of all along the same veins. I think this year's essayist did a really good job of just capturing, I think, what we kind of look for in answering this question. It's not that any of you were wrong, but our scholarship award winner this year is Jessie Martin. Here, if you want to come up and.
Thank you, Tamara. All right. Thank you for reminding everybody that vital signs are indeed vital. Told you. Okay, the time has come for the reason we're all here today, and we'd like to start the presentation of our white coats. Our graduates are going to be walking. Oh, I'd first like to invite our faculty up to the stage. It's our tradition that a faculty member puts on the graduate's white coat for the first time. I'd also like to say that we are a small graduating class, and everyone has worked so hard, and this is so exciting. So I want to encourage you all to emote in any way you see fit. Cheering and hooping and hollering is welcomed, and certainly everybody's worked hard. It's time to celebrate. Our graduates will be coming across the stage, so if you need to take a picture, feel free to do so. All right, are you guys ready? All right, let's do it. Ali El-Gabri. Maya Atella. Samantha Bay. Good job. Aaron Bisco. Julia Candela. Anna Caramella. Congratulations. Annie Chang. Jacqueline Davis. Haley Estes. Elizabeth Fischera. Eamon Gailey. Zaina Gul. Austin Hall. Madison Jones. Kaylee Christie. Abby Lavinger. Emma Leger, and her tag along there, Louie. Megan Luoma. Vince Marceau. Lauren Marco. Jesse Burton. Alicia Morrison. Amanda Riley. Jian Sayed. Mitchell Smith. Charlotte Stormer. Emma Will. Madison Winkler. And last but definitely not least, Bethany Shang. Okay. Congratulations to you all. And can I invite the graduates to please come back up here to the front? And for the first time, I'd like to present you with the graduating class of 2024. We'd like to conclude our program by having our graduates recite the physician assistant oath.